President Donald Trump just landed with the First Lady, and they went ahead and they've made their way out to Lake Charles. Now, the plan for his visit is to be talking with the Louisiana delegation. Despite the rain, there's been a huge turnout. I want you to take a look. All of these supporters were out here today, many of them teachers, all supporting Daisha Hargrave. We just got word that the suspect, 34-year-old Joey Julian, has been arrested, and we now know the name of the victim that was shot and killed earlier. It was right here where I watched the community come together and place candles, pictures, and toys to honor and remember 10-year-old Jalen Citizen. This is a crazy story how we got here. We're supposed to be at Cayuchi Street helping a woman. She told us that her home was flooded. We were trying to get there. We ended up going through Legion Street. We couldn't make it through Legion Street actually because it was flooded. This side of the home really got hit the hardest, but there's definitely a lot of tree branches that were hit and they're on the ground. But the biggest thing again is this tree. Look how huge this thing is. When you come in for tonight's meeting, you'll be given some information, and one of these is a comment form that will allow you to fill out any questions or concerns that you have about tonight's meeting. Phase 1 will feature 2 locations, Cove Lane off of I-210 and right here, Ryan Street off of I-10. This water is blocking off the road because they opened those 11 gates. Kind of take a look and listen to how loud this water is and how much it's rushing through. Christian, as you can see, I'm here at Chuck Fest. Look at this nice frame. There's plenty of stuff going on today. Along with side parking, this temporary bike lane was also added for residents. But how exactly did this idea come to life? That person tried to kill him and had hatred in their heart for him, and he still took the high road and said, you know what, I'm still for nonviolence and I still forgive that person even though they want to take my life. So I think that's something we should walk away and take away no matter how hard things are, how much people might not like you. Forgiveness really is a powerful thing. It was right here where I watched the community come together and place candles, pictures, and toys to honor and remember 10-year-old Jalen Citizen, who everyone says was a sweet and caring little boy. A trampoline that once held joy and laughter now holds balloons. Red balloons, because that was Jalen Citizen's favorite color.
Not a second or another minute. Not an hour or another day
goes by without the 10-year-old being missed.
I need you now.
So his family and friends all came out to honor his life with those red balloons.
3, 2, 1.
Let him go.
Sharing their prayers.
Father, we want to thank you for Jalen, for the years that you have given him to us.
As everyone placed their candles and gifts around his memorial.
It's my little thing right here. All right. Now.
They reflect on one special little boy.
Jalen was a kind and caring person.
Jalen, he was a sweet guy. He was a undescribable kid. He was just a bundle of joy, always laughing, had a lot of joy.
His presence, his life, it's something that will always be remembered.
I'll never forget him, and I just hope that he rests in peace.
Peeking out of the rubble is a picture.
I didn't even see this here.
This photo and a few others are all that's left of Victor Tizano's home.
We was at family house and we got a phone call and, I answered the phone and, got the disturbing news.
News that his home was on fire. Tizano was in Texas when his neighbor called him and told him lightning had struck his home, starting the fire. Now, this is all that's left.
We lost pretty much our, everything that meant a lot.
For Tizano, his 3 little boys were only asking about one thing, their brand new bunk bed.
That was the first thing they asked about. What about our bunk bed, Dad? And, just hearing the voice of your sons asking that, it does something to you.
Tizano also welcomed a baby girl with his wife last month and admits all of this happening is devastating, but he's grateful that they weren't home when the fire started.
That's the greatest thing of it all. We could have easily been in there, but the Lord seemed fit that He allowed us to go all the way to Texas for this to take place.
And while things are rough now, he hopes that those that hear his family's story will take away one thing.
Prepare for the worst for situations like this. We just never know when it hit close to home, or we never know when it might hit home.